Unfortunately, we don't have too many more time for questions because we do have a special guest in the room. And I would like to invite, at this point, our guest of honor, Her Excellency Dr. Nigella Buden, Prime Minister of Tunisia, to join us here on stage. Your Excellency, please. I'll give you this microphone. 1 second. Please take a seat. Please take a seat. Tunisia adopted the bill on the social and solidarity economy in June 2020 and was supported by the ILO in the process. So we're looking forward to hearing from you why Tunisia adopted this bill, how the ILO supported you, and what lessons you can share with our audience here and online in the world. I'm going to give you the microphone that seems to work well.
Yes. Thank you, Francois. First of all, I would like to tell you that I'm very honored to be here with you in Davos, and I would like to congratulate Schwab Foundation for its last celebration, and I would like to commend its tremendous efforts during decades. And as you see, my English is really awful. I'm a French speaker, so I have prepared some words, and let me read these words. So I would like to point out that Tunisia is definitely attached to its policy of solidarity, mutual aid and collective work. And we consider that SSE is a real opportunity to provide concrete solutions to the slow conversion between social evolution and economic development. And as we know, that itself caused by low investment and persistent social and regional inequalities, particularly with regards to employment. And as you know, Tunisia has in recent years and still now experienced a successful democratic transition, but also and unfortunately economic and social difficulties that have been intensified by the pandemic of COVID-19 and the consequence of climate change, as well as the global energy and food crisis. And these intertwining internal and imported difficulties has considerably slowed down broader access to basic social services, creation of decent jobs and reduction of inequalities and poverty, which are the foundation of a more just society. So it's with great interest and ambition that my country has adopted a strategic vision for the SSE to become a real lever for inclusive growth. So in 2020, a law was adopted for the first time after a very large participatory process with all the stakeholders, and to take into consideration the notion of economic decentralization and ensure better social and economic participation of several categories of the population who face various obstacles that prevent them from accessing to the labor market and to the goods and services produced by the traditional economy. More recently, my government took a certain number of measures. Last year, we took one measure which is crucial for me. This is a legislation on community enterprise, the so-called Sharikat Ahliya in Arabic. And this legislation aims at establishing a legal framework based on collective initiative and as an alternative to the classic development approach that proved unfortunately unable to reduce unemployment and poverty. And we are very proud to announce that the first community enterprise was created a few weeks ago in Tunisia. Second, the amendment of the law related to the Tunisian Solidarity Bank to grant loans to social and solidarity economic enterprises. And three, the amendment of the legislation regulating the programs of the National Employment Fund and the condition and methods of its use in order to offer financial incentives to companies especially engaging in SSU. So also we built altogether Tunisian vision for 2035, and let me tell you that it's based on the certain number of strategic axes, and the 4 strategic axes are oriented to human capital, equitable regional development, green economy and climate change, and social justice. So in this context, we have set up the 23-24 development plan, and this plan has precised the roadmap for the implementation of the solidarity-based economy and social model through a certain number of incentives. And one of them is the encouragement to invest in the SSE sector, the creation of preferential loans, and the realization of a feasible study for the creation of cooperative banks. And another incentive is the enhancement of existing SSE systems with the aim of promoting territorial development and encouraging the transition from the informal to the formal sector. And in this regard, I wish to take this opportunity to mention some key initiatives carried out with our partners. With ILO, we have a Jeunesse Project, and this project, as I said, is supported by ILO, and to promote the SSE and the creation of decent jobs for Tunisian youth, as well as the Fortes project carried out with Canada government, which has already benefited women in several regions of Tunisia. And we have the last program is the so-called Ra'idات, which is funding about 600 enterprises for the integration of women. And all these things, I will continue, but I know that I have only 5 or 6 minutes, you know. So although the contribution of the social economy to GDP is really below national aspiration, we are convinced that Tunisia will be able in the near future to increase the share of the social and solidarity economy to 5 or even 6% of the GDP per year, and create, hopefully, between 40 and 50,000 direct jobs. This is what I would like to share with you. And once again, thank you so much for your invitation, and congratulations for all I have listened here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please stay seated. Please stay seated. I'm just going to close, and want to thank you for your powerful statement, Your Excellency, and demonstrating how actions from the government can really help to advance, unlock, and even start new initiatives that are extremely powerful. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone here in this room, particularly the host partners, the ILO, SAP, Catalyst 2030. We're honored as the Global Alliance for Social Entrepreneurship here at the World Economic Forum to be able to convene this really important message of your partnership today, together in the presence of several dignitaries who are leading the way and demonstrating to many people online and the many social entrepreneurs and community-based enterprises and groups who are watching and hopefully will watch this at some point, to know that their voice and their work is important to us here at this annual meeting, to these institutional actors. It is critical to bring values into our future economy, and we believe, as we've seen the momentum here and the momentum over the last year, the OECD resolution, the ILO resolution, the European Action Plan, the African Union's 10-year strategy, all on the social and solidarity economy. And now we will all be in support of this UN resolution to support the work that's actually happening on the ground. And I think that's what we want to end with, and that's what I think I want to thank everyone here today. We can all play a role, whether we're an employee of a company, whether we're working in government, whether we're citizens, towards building this inclusive future we talk about. We know we have some of these solutions already with us. So let's invest in them, let's support them, and let's work together. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you online.